What's up, guys? So I'm going to tell you a quick story today about a lesson that I learned when I visited my first strength and conditioning coach. So when I did my undergrad at ASU and my internship there, so we had to do an internship for our last semester. I did an internship at EXO. This was my first internship. Before that, I decided I wanted to get some experience in seeing a strength and conditioning coach and kind of asking for some advice on how I can get ahead in the internship and, just kind of see how things worked in S&C because I had no experience in strength and conditioning beforehand. So he was a pretty successful coach in Phoenix, Arizona, who had been the strength coach for my brother for football. And so I went and visited him. And while I was there, I was kind of asking about, so what's your background? Where were you before this? How did you get here? Blah, blah, blah. As I'm watching him coach. Because on a side note, it is very important to go and visit other strength coaches continually because you're going to get more seeing someone coach in person than you're ever going to get just looking at what they're putting out online or whatever it is. Actually being there and watching them coach and seeing how they do things and asking questions that you can't find elsewhere is extremely important. So anyways, I'm asking him these questions and he says to me, "Can I be hard on you for a second?" And I'm like, yeah, sure. Whatever. I had never sort of been, it was about to be my first time being kind of laid into by a strength coach. And he said to me, "You don't know me. You came all the way here and you didn't do your research. And, and you're asking me questions that you could have found elsewhere. And that would insult some people. It doesn't insult me because, I know you, I know your family and blah, blah, blah. But you need to do your research before you visit people because that can be insulting." And ever since then, unless it's something very last minute or if I'm talking to someone on the phone last minute or whatever, I'll do extensive research before I meet people. And then before I go visit them, at least. And there's multiple reasons. I think that this is, and one reason for me is when people come to visit, when strength coaches come to visit me, and they ask about, "Oh, how was your experience here? How was your experience there? What did you learn here?" That. When they know about my background, that says something about them. It says they're willing to do their research. They don't expect things to be handed to them, and they're willing to do their research and put the work in before they meet people, and they're not lazy. Another reason it's important is because if people have made an effort to put things out there and you're not looking into them, it can be insulting. You're also, and I think most importantly, something to realize is that if you're already asking questions that are out there that those people have put out there already, you're missing a golden opportunity to ask other questions to them in person that aren't out there already. So you're wasting some knowledge that you could be getting by asking questions that you could have already found elsewhere. So in terms of ways to look, into other strength coaches, how do you actually do the research? So it's pretty simple, guys. I mean, first of all, if the person owns their own business, it's as simple as just going on their website or looking into, whatever their social media is or that sort of thing. If they have, if they work for an organization or a school, going on the organization or school's website, look at the staff directory, just click on them and read about their background. Look at their LinkedIn page, okay? Look at their LinkedIn page and go and look through their experience and that sort of thing, and presentations they've done. If they put videos out, if they've been on podcasts or if they have books out, just look into all these things. This doesn't, this should be a process kind of similar to going into an interview. Like if you have a strength coach calling you for an interview, you're gonna have to have it's pretty essential that you've looked into this person interviewing you so that you can have the knowledge behind where they're coming from and ask them relevant questions. And again, looks good to the strength coach that you've done your research. Other ways, so guys, it's pretty simple, but on the rare occasion, if you come across a strength coach, which is extremely rare now, and I think it's a good thing, that is kind of just off the radar or whatever, takes pride in being off social media or whatever, that's fine. I mean, just go there and ask as many questions as you want. They're usually going to be happy to answer them. So guys, long story short, do your research before you visit other coaches. Show that you care, show that you're willing to put an effort in, and do it for yourself so that you have time to ask the right questions, that you don't regret not asking sooner, because you could have gotten information that you couldn't get elsewhere. Okay, have a good day, and thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any more questions in the comments.